油品的部分呢，全面抽验。
以工业名义进口算是规避查验，不止台北市卫生局以一罪一罚开罚3000万，南桥的工厂原料也应该要补验。至于南桥油品何时能再上架，文件透过外管确认真伪后，由卫福部交给地方卫生局认定，要求下架的速度很快，但重新再上架恐怕还要等久一点。TVBS 新闻，傅明全、张允熙台北报道。
不断爆发食安问题，政府制度恐怕也大有问题，冲击到江内阁了。台北市长郝龙斌先是被连阵营推荐阻阁，现在外界又有声浪，认为食安背景的郝龙斌他很适合去接任卫福部长，而市长任期只剩倒数2个月了。对于种种传言，郝龙斌说不予评论。
食安风暴该怎么危机善后？台北市长郝龙斌来献策。
其实就它进口源头来管理的时候，如果横向联系做得好，油的流向跟总量是很容易可以清出来的。只要是回收再利用的油，避免它再做食用油，通常都加入蓖麻籽油。
暗指中央部会没做好，郝龙斌手里拿着笔记本，里头满满的全是整套对策。专业建议，因为他是美国食品科技博士，还在台大食品研究。
Good morning. Many police officers have arrived the Mongkok occupied protest site just minutes ago to remove obstructions on the junction of Nathan Road and Argyle Street. Let's take a look. Here are the live shots at Mongkok. As we can see, more police officers are moving in. The police had earlier said that they will be removing the obstructions at the junction of Nathan Road and Argyle Street to allow traffic to resume. As we can see, police officers have surrounded the protesters there. They're removing the bamboo scaffolding and other large pieces of obstacles that the protesters have put on the streets there. As we can see, protesters at the Mongkok occupied protest sites are at the Mongkok protest site as they are not putting up any resistance at all. Our reporter who is at the scene told us that the police gave no warning that they were going to carry out this operation beforehand. As we can see, more officers are arriving at the scene for backup. Now, this comes shortly after the chief executive Leung Chun-ying said the government hopes to restart talks with student protesters as early as next week. Once again, this is at the Mongkok occupied protest site where police officers have moved in to remove the obstacles that the protesters have put on the streets there. The police arrived around 10 minutes ago to begin their operation. As we can see, the police are holding shields and batons standing surrounding the protesters at the Mongkok protest site. More and more officers are arriving at the junction of Nathan Road and Argyle Street. There are plainclothes officers and uniformed officers who are holding shields and batons. As we can see, there are only a few Occupy protesters at the Mongkok site right now. As we can see, the police are removing the obstacles quite quickly. They have already torn down a number of bamboo scaffolding set up by the protesters in the area. The police said their operation is to allow traffic to resume in Mongkok. Leung Chun-ying said earlier that the government is willing to resume talks with the student protesters, but that there is a need for the Federation of Students to be willing to focus on discussions based on what's in the Basic Law and decisions made by the National People's Congress Standing Committee. As you can see on the screen on the left-hand side, the protesters are putting on helmets, goggles, and masks. Some of the police are moving away from the site after taking down several large obstacles from the protest site. They are now heading to another area in Mongkok. As we can see, there are quite a number of police officers at the scene. And we'll have more on the Occupy movement for you later on this morning.
作、教过书，雄厚的食品安全实力，只当台北市长岂不可惜？
要中央来协助或主导拆弹嘛？